So now, starting a family at a young age, say earliest 20, what do you think is the worst thing that can ever happen?
The worst that could happen is for you to face it.
So have you ever been in a stage where you've lost hundreds of thousands, maybe even in the millions?
Yes, there were instances.
How was it?
It was really frustrating and difficult.
Hard work is beginning to reach a stage where we are falling critically ill. Some people untimely death.
I want to advise the younger ones that even in spite of the circumstances we find ourselves in our society today, discipline and hard work pays. So
now it's for our parents and we now the future parents to make it our goal.
Yes.
To build human beings, highly responsible children. Meaning, if my child turns out to be something bad, it's my fault.
Completely.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
I'm Thompson Temitape Joseph.
Okay.
We are here to ask you a very few questions. So please tell me about you, like outside the family, more like growing up.
My name's Ruben Oga.
Okay.
Honor.
Okay, sir.
Yes. About myself, I think I was born and brought up in Oje Anchin, Oju local government of Benue State.
Yes, sir.
Yes. I grew up coming up in primary school in the same community, Oje Anchin Methodist Church.
Okay.
Yes, and after that, I've been with my senior brother, who's a professor with University of Jos.
Okay.
Pharmaceutical chemistry, Professor Johnson Honor.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So, and after that, I think I went to Government College Kasinala in Benue State.
Okay.
Afterwards, when I got to Jos, I went to the University of Jos.
Okay. So up to this point of your life, what's the most difficult part of life you say? For you, what's the most difficult part of life? For you, not in general, just something that stressed you in your life up to this point. What's one thing?
That stressed my life.
Yeah, the most difficult thing for you.
But the most difficult thing is when I was in school, and there were some of the things that I found difficult to do, but by the special grace of God, I think I was able to overcome them.
Yeah.
And in spite of all the circumstances, I stayed through, and I saw myself excelling in this society.
Yes. Yeah. So currently now, is there anything that scares you in this life? In this life, is there anything that scares you? Just nobody knows, just your personal something. I know you've done a lot, but is there anything that scares you?
Not at this age. Nothing scares me, and I just, because I've come a long way, but by the special grace of God, God has helped me.
Yeah.
Some of the difficult times in life, not by my power, by the grace of God. God has seen me through.
Yes.
And what else can one hope for? That the little effort one is putting on, that is inevitable, that even if you are not here,
yes,
the zeal for me to teach the younger ones that God has blessed me.
Yeah, that's the family.
The family, so
yes,
that they will be able to forge ahead, keep struggling.
Yes,
find for themselves.
So have you ever been in a stage where you've lost hundreds of thousands, maybe even in the millions? Have you ever been that type of stage in life where your hard-earned money got lost?
Yes.
Tell us about a time like that.
Yes, there were instances while I was working, and I ventured into some businesses, and the businesses didn't really work but most of the things I ventured into,
Yeah.
the storage I made,
Yeah.
I couldn't resell them to recoup my
Cover, yeah.
my income,
Yes.
the capital invested.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
How was it?
No,
Was it frustrating?
it was really frustrating and difficult.
But at that point,
Yes.
was there family, or it was just you taking the risk? Was there like the family, or
who encouraged me, or
not
who
really encouraged when
gave me
this
idea?
thing was happening? Were you like with the family, or you were single and trying to build?
No, then I was married.
Wow.
Yeah, that was
Wow.
close to my first 2 years in marriage.
Yeah.
Yes, that were I ventured into these things.
Wow.
So coming out of the marriage and then venture into this business and then crashing.
I was scared.
So yeah, I was scared. I said, what is this life all about? How will I be able to make it up? But how God gave me the courage for me to forge ahead. It's His grace.
God.
Yes, it's God.
Sir, I'll be very great in life. If I want to contribute to the best part of the world, like what would you advise I do? I just have it in my mind. I want to be very, very great in life. If I want to contribute to the best part of the world, primarily Nigeria, this is me saying,
Yes.
what will you tell me? What will you advise me?
My advice for you would be that you should be determined, be focused, and as you determine for a thing you want to do, whatever it is, if it is business, if it is whatever decision in your life you want to do, to be focused, knowing that in life you might have ups and downs, but when those times come,
Yeah.
you should be able to muzzle courage for you to be able to. It's not how far you go, but your ability, even when you fall, for you to rise again and continue with the race.
Thank you, sir. There's a true fact that hard work leads to success. But I'm beginning to feel like this hard work and discipline is some kind of, in this society, it's beginning to look scary. Like, it's beginning to turn to a point where, especially in the type of society we are, hard work is beginning to reach a stage where we are falling critically ill. Some people untimely death. Like, this is we, the young ones now. What do you have to say? Like, we work hard, but with the type of society we are, it's becoming very scary and frustrating because of, looks like everything is against.
I want to advise the younger ones
Yes.
that even in spite of the circumstances we find ourselves in our society today,
Yeah.
discipline and hard work pays. No matter how long it takes. You see, if you take 10 persons, and you say because our society is so bad that it is better you are not disciplined and you will not be focused to determine on what you want to do. No. Discipline, determination, irrespective of the society, it will pay. Because that is what stands the test of time. We see things that happen somewhere around the world, but it is sheer determination. It is not that they don't have those ups and downs and difficulties. These things we say in our climate that is scary.
Yes.
They have gone through theirs too. So this is our time. This is what we are going through it too now. Yeah. So all we have to do is, in spite of all these difficulties, we must be focused, disciplined, be determined to achieve whatever you want to achieve. It will be determination. Yes, it will be.
So now, starting a family at a young age, say earliest 20, what do you think is the worst thing that can ever happen? Ever. Worst thing that can ever happen? Because from my point of view, I wish to start a family very, very early. But there's plenty talk about how dangerous it is. What's the most worst thing that can happen if I take that decision?
The worst that could happen is for you to face it Yes, it's to face it. You see, fear is one of the things that unlock the
I like
bags.
the way he said face it.
Yes, the
sir.
bags of riches and rich men. And so if you think because you are scared and because the worst will happen to you and you don't take a decision, you will definitely regret not taking that decision. So the best is for you to face it and face whatever comes and how you come up over those things. Overcome.
Yeah. Okay, sir, if I'm your son,
Yes.
what is a secret advice you give me to always keep in my heart for the rest of my life that will help me?
Discipline, determination, focus, and the zeal in you. Let nothing quench it. Always feel you will succeed in spite of all the difficulties and circumstances around you. Be determined. That determination in you will overcome so many obstacles that you are going to meet along the way.
Yes, sir.
So, when you begin to entertain this fear that you will not, keep telling yourself you will succeed. You succeed.
Determination. I'm grateful for this time we had together. It's amazing picking from your head. I like to talk to older people because I feel they know a lot. But also sometimes I used to feel maybe, sir, do you think it's actually true that some things that are in your generation have changed now? Is life more difficult now than before? Like, growing up for you now and looking at us grow up, is there any similarity, or you can see that things have changed, maybe become more difficult? Because I know you can remember how growing up looked like maybe at my age. So now and that time, is there really similarity, like, or things is different, things have become tough?
Yes. Today, if you want to say what happened in this generation today,
yes, sir.
Well, we wouldn't blame internet or the media, the social media. But then it has helped in as much as in all situations where you have advantages and disadvantages. So also today, things that happened during our time, during my time, there were no social media. For me to communicate, whether my wife then, for me to communicate, all I do is for me to go and write a letter, go and post. It takes probably 2 weeks before she get a letter and get the message. But then we depend on it. We solely depend on it and said it is okay. When she get the message, she replied.
More 2 weeks.
Yes. And then today, you just sit down within your comfort zone, within a twinkle of an eye. You send a message, whatever you want to pass across. Now, managing it is the difficult part of the society today. Yes, and because in some clients, because the laws of controlling these things are not there. And if you come to the family setting, the parenthood we have also we have our problems where so many people, instead of controlling these kids that are coming up, teaching them how you go about these things, they allow the children wayward just to do it on their own. In a situation where you allow children to go and do it themselves, they may not do it the right way. But if you sit back and just watching, they will learn. How do they learn? How do they learn? You must lead the way, right? And this is the way you go. These things are there. Your time is different from our time. But then this is how you should manage these things to the best of your ability. If you do your best, and the rest, God will do the best. God will. But if you don't do anything and claim, they will learn. That is where we're having the problem we're having today.
I like to feel sometimes some parents don't know that their children are turning into what they are turning to because they have to work and do other things. But also, I think somehow it's the parent's fault that some children are going wayward. I don't know. Is that supposed to be right, me thinking like that?
If you are blessed,
Yes.
you have a family,
Yes.
and you hope to bring up kids,
Yeah.
it therefore means you have a responsibility
Yes, sir.
to those kids,
Okay.
from the kids to the society.
Yes.
Because every child you see come from a home,
From the home.
and therefore each parent ought to do a thing. You may not do everything,
Yes.
but then do the little you can in the bit of saying we are pursuing the daily earning for us to keep these kids.
Yes.
We left the kids on their own. By the time we arrive at getting all that we want to acquire, to bring them to come and look for these kids, you won't find them again.
Yes.
And that is why the society is what we have.
Yes.
And that is the basic problem.
Yes, that's the problem.
Yes.
So now it's for our parents, and we now the future parents, to make it our goal
Yes.
to build human beings, highly responsible children. Meaning, if my child turns out to be something bad, it's my fault.
Completely.
Completely.
By my completely.
I like the way you
Honest,
say it,
completely.
sir. True.
Because we owe it a duty from the home.
Yeah.
Everybody come out from the home before we form the society.
Yes.
And so if everybody is doing his or her bit in the home, and the other person is doing, and these kids move out from it outside, they will be able to display what the parents have impacted in them.
Yes.
So many parents, they prefer, they are pursuing this, they are pursuing that.
Yes.
At the end, the kids are growing on their own. And at the end, they go to the larger society uncontrolled, untrained, and then
they become
some problem. And all of us are feeling it.
Yes.
Yes.
Because even if you get to do your part as a parent, I feel some other parents' children
who
will be problem to you.
Sure.
Because you'll still be scared that my child will have to meet them one way or the other.
Definitely.
So most parents are actually also problem to them.
Yes.
True.
It's a fact.
Yes.
It's a fact.
Because if they do their part, then you have peace knowing you did your part, and those children will meet and they'll just continue where people stop.
Exactly.
With the legacy.
Exactly.
Yeah. Thank you, sir.
Yeah,
we are grateful.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We appreciate it.